Good morning, Josephine, and you who is watching us on Morning at NTV. Yes, Stephen Ibide here at the office of the President, and I'm seated in the office of the Honorable Minister of State for Kampala Affairs, Honorable Benny Namugwanya Bugembe, who is also the woman member of Parliament for Mubende District. And we know that on Saturday, government kick-started the program of distributing food. Many people were worried that with the COVID-19 that is ravaging the whole world and, of course, affecting us as Uganda, that many people go hungry after the lockdown that was declared by the president, that many people have to be staying at home to ensure that we control the spread of this coronavirus or COVID-19. But the government also knew that many people are going to be worried for what they are going to be feeding on. With me is Honorable Minister Benny Namugwanya, who is going to tell us more about the exercise that kick-started on Saturday with Kampala, Wakiso, and some parts of Mukono, how the exercise is moving on and why some people will not be receiving the food. But so far, good morning, Honorable.
Good morning.
I'm okay. Honorable, just bring us to speed. You launched this program on Saturday when the Prime Minister flagged it off. So far, how is the program moving? Where have you reached? How many people have gotten the food?
Okay, before I go into that, to say good morning to viewers and also thank God who has allowed us yet another day. You know, every day that comes nowadays, you have to thank God greatly. The distribution of food was flagged off on Saturday by Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Borakana. After flagging it off, today is our day into the exercise. On Saturday, we worked on 900 households. We were able to serve 900 households, and in the 900 households which were served, we served 4,500 individuals. We started from Kawempe Division from Kampala City, and particularly Waise Village. The LOC1 is called Waise 1. We visited people house to house, door to door. We dropped food in people's homes. And what we were able to give out, we gave out 6 kilograms of posho per individual and 3 kilograms of beans per individual. On Saturday, we are doing this planning. And this was particularly to get the feel of the feeling, how heavy the work will be or how easy. But at the end of that day, we were unable to give out salt and sugar. We didn't also give out powdered milk. The reason why we didn't give out salt, sugar, and powdered milk on day one, there were some logistical issues which were faced by our suppliers who were not able to deliver those products in time. But I'm glad that the families were able to get the 6 kilograms of posho per individual in a family and 3 kilograms of beans per individual in a family. As I said, we served 900 households, and these 900 households had 4,500 people. That was our day one for test running. Then day two, which was yesterday, we had really got experience on job, and were able to serve 3,122 households, and these households have a total of 15,610, of 20,110 individuals. On our day two, which was yesterday, we were able to give out milk as well, but this milk was going to breastfeeding mothers, the elderly, and the children below 2 years. So the exercise moved on very well. And we also informed the general public that we don't need their signatures. In day one, some of them signed, but we realized that it may lead.
In fact, even before distribution, some LOCs were the people.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm appealing to all LOC1 chairpersons that they don't need to register people. They don't need to move door to door to people's house. They don't need to call them to their offices for registration. We do on-spot identification and registration of the people. So I've heard that so many people are registering in Entebbe, but I want to appeal to the general public that we don't need this kind of registration, and we shall not use the registers they are compiling now. When we come to the village, we do on-spot identification and on-spot registration and on-spot distribution. We identify you, we register you, we give you the food. But we don't need your signature. I know for accountability purposes, we would have loved to collect signatures for people who have got food.
I saw some marking the houses, those that have already gotten the food.
Yes, we are marking houses which have gotten food, reason being we don't want to do a repeat. Want to specifically indicate that so and so has received our food. So that is also another way of accountability. The fact that we are not getting signatures from them, because we are discouraging them from signing on the same piece of paper, because at the end of the day, it can also transmit the disease. However, our exercise has been very smooth. I want to thank the chairpersons, LC1s, and their committees. They have been very, very helpful, especially in identification of the people, controlling their people. When we are out there, the young children and even some adults want to follow us. After getting food, they get so excited and they want to move around with us. But the LOCs have been very helpful to inform their people that after getting food, please remain at home. Don't go with us. And I also want to thank Uganda Red Cross. We've worked very well with them. As UPDF and Uganda Police Force distribute food, Uganda Red Cross is also sensitizing the people. They are educating the people about the disease. They are giving them the do's and don'ts. They are taking them through the SOPs as provided by Ministry of Health. So far the exercise is moving on very well, and we are very hopeful that we shall reach out to a very big number of people in a very short time.
Just last week, Honorable, the Parliament of Uganda had concerns that why Kampala, why Wakiso and Mukono. They were expecting that maybe, because many programs begin and stop in Kampala, they were concerned that even their people in upcountry, they are also suffering the same consequences as a result of this COVID-19. When are you rolling out this program to other areas?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me explain why we are starting with Kampala and Wakiso, because this is where we have the highest concentration of people. There are so many people in Kampala and Wakiso, and so many people who do odd jobs, like the taxi touts. We have the biggest tax parks in Kampala. We have the biggest bus parks in Kampala. So a big number of people work in those parks. And these people live from hand to mouth. Then, when you look at Kampala City, we have so many street vendors. And those are women who have very small capital of around between 50,000 and 100,000. They also live from hand to mouth. So the biggest population, which I would call the poor or the poorest, is in Kampala. And this is where they are concentrating. So that's the reason why we decided to start from Kampala. However, the exercise which is going on in Kampala right now, it is going on simultaneously in other districts. But for other districts, we are targeting the regional referral hospitals where we have inpatients. We are feeding those inpatients. We are targeting the district hospitals where we have inpatients. We are feeding those inpatients, and also health center fours in the districts. Some of the districts in Uganda don't have district hospitals. They have health center fours which are serving at their district hospitals. So those health center fours are also benefiting from this. We are also reaching out to orphanages, because there are orphanages where the children don't have anywhere to go. It is their school, it is their home, it is their everything. So we are reaching out to those orphanages to make sure that we are giving them food.
How long should this food that you're distributing take these people? Because we don't know, no one knows when we shall get out of this situation. So I know you're giving 6 kilograms of posho of maize flour to each household. I just want to understand, if we're not, God forbid, we're not out of this situation for something like 2 months, how have you gauged this food that you'll be able to cater for these people for this particular period of time?
Okay, the food we are giving out, the 6 kilograms of maize flour and 3 kilograms of beans have been scientifically calculated. The nutritionists are looking at the value of the food, how many calories one gets out of that food. And this food, we are very confident it will run people for at least 31 days, for at least 1 month. And we are praying so hard that, God forbid, the disease will not continue ravaging our country. But we also appeal to the general public that all of us are not happy with the situation we are in today, the lockdown, because people want to be free, we want to work and get our own food. But we can only achieve this if we cooperate. We are all of us Ugandans are players in this time around. There's nobody to play a role and others to do the watching. All of us have a role to play. What role do we have to play? First of all, by abiding the presidential directives which he gave us, and secondly, by making sure that we implement the standard operating procedures which are issued by Minister of Health. If all of us play our roles, we are very sure within the next 30 days we may be free, jumping around and doing our work as usual. So that's why we appeal to all Ugandans to cooperate with us to make sure that this is a war which we have to fight together.
How will you ensure that there is safety in execution of this exercise? Because some areas, I'm told the RDCs and some area officials are already upbeat. They're waiting for this food. How will you ensure that this exercise is not abused by some people who are just waiting for this opportunity to distribute food maybe to their relatives or to sell it to maybe some shops?
I'm very confident that this food is not going to be abused. First of all, the lead agency in the distribution of relief is the Office of the Prime Minister. But the Office of Prime Minister is supported by UPDF. At least I'm very sure Ugandans have confidence in our army. UPDF is supporting us, Uganda Police Force is also supporting us, and Uganda Red Cross. And even the packaging of this food is very clear. It's for the vulnerable. It's from government of Uganda. And those small packs are not very easy to steal. So we are very confident that this food will not be misused. We are using all the possible guidelines to make sure that we stick for whoever feels he or she can benefit unduly from this food supply.
Okay, the people you lead, the people of Kampala, I'm talking about those under Kasita, Kampala City Traders Association. Many of these are not vulnerable. They are not the vulnerable poor you're looking at, but their concerns are the loans, are the trade licenses, are the landlords. How are you trying, you as their leader, the person who you're supposed to report to, how are you trying to make sure that maybe their concerns are also put forward because they're also being affected by this situation?
Yeah, these concerns have been already put forward. And remember, in one of his addresses to the nation, His Excellency the President commented about it. And he said, fine, they are going to look into it as government and see what can be done. So I think the general public has to wait until His Excellency comes around again with guidance on that. Yeah.
Let's talk about these markets, like Kalere and Nakawa. Kalere is now under total lockdown. You close the market. But there are so many people, like those coming from Gayaza Road, those coming from the side of Wise, from Ntinda side, they're all buying from this red market. Why you say that they are not taking heed to the standard operating procedures? But for how long? I thought you, as the authorities of Kampala, would come in maybe enforce these directives. But if the markets cannot set up these SOPs, why can't you, as the city authorities, come in and maybe make sure that it's done so that people can gain out of this market?
Personally, I went to Kasubi and Chibuye markets. At least I visited those markets. I addressed the traders who were there. I took them through the standard operating procedure and what I wanted them to do and why I wanted them to do it. We agreed with their management committees that they were going to do it. We gave them 3 days. Some of them tried. I want to appreciate the leadership of Chibuye market. They really did some good job. The leadership of Kasubi tried, but they have not yet attained what we want. But for Kalerwe, the 3 days we gave them to put their house to order, they couldn't really achieve what we wanted. And we decided that let's lock down the market. It was a very bitter, decision. We also didn't want to close that market because we know a very big population of Uganda and especially Kampala people who come from Gayaza and that other side of the city. They get cheap food from Kalere market. But however, because they couldn't achieve what we wanted, then we decided to close the market and then work on reorganization when the market is empty. Right now, we told the management committee of the market, you know, the unfortunate bit of that market is not the land which accommodates the market is not government land. That land belongs to different landlords, and they are 7 in number. The market sits on land which belongs to 7 people. So the market management committee, together with the landlords and our staff from KCCA, are working on how they're working on the way to ensure that they meet the standard operating procedure. They had a meeting on Saturday, at least when I was passing the division headquarters, I met them. They had a meeting yesterday, and yesterday, by close of business yesterday, they called me and told me, no, we are not yet there. Because I, together with my senior colleague, Honorable Bota Amongi, was supposed to go there by 3 p.m. yesterday to confirm that they have, at least they have achieved the social distancing we are recommending. But by around 3:30, by around 4, they called me and told me, Honorable, we are not ready, please don't come. Give us tomorrow and we'll put our house to order. So that call, which is today, that call alone gives me a lot of hope that they really realize that something has to be done. And I want to appeal to them and beg them that let's do the needful, because first of all, we don't want our people to suffer by traveling, walking very long journeys to look for food. Secondly, we also don't want them to get out of business, because His Excellency the President, in the essential services he enumerated that should continue operating. Food markets are one of those facilities which should continue.
So maybe finally, going forward, already Minister of Education is planning that maybe if all goes well, by 27th April, schools will be opening. But for Kampala, what should the young people know that you're planning for them, that when we get out of this, maybe tomorrow, the other day, that already you have plans for them, that when you get out of this is what you're planning for the city, because Kampala alone has very many problems.
Yeah, you know, Kampala has all the sectors which are managed by the central government, and we are in most cases guided by these sectors. One, when Minister of Education comes up with a plan, then we go by that plan. When Minister of Health comes up with a plan, we just customize that plan to Kampala City. However, what we are trying to do right now is to make sure that we make a better city for our people before they come back. We are doing a lot of work on filling the potholes in the roads we have, such that by the time the people come, the roads are much better than when they left. Because you know, when the city is full of human traffic, you miss out seeing some of these potholes. We are also trying to fix the old tax park, such that by the time our people come, it's not as muddy as they left it. We are fixing so many other things, making sure that we work on them on the markets now that we have a lesser population than what we normally have there. So we are making sure that we work on the population, and also doing some beautification of the city. You know, there are places which are designated for planting grass. We need a green city, but when the population is so big in the city, at times when you plant, they trample on those on the plants. So we are trying to beautify the city as well, and also increasing the water points in the city. By the time the population comes back, they will find a better city than they left it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Honorable Benny Namugwanya Mugembe. She is the Minister of State for Kampala Affairs and also the Romani Member of Parliament for Mubende District. We've been having this conversation about the food distribution that began on Saturday and supposed to be spreading to many parts of the country, and of course, issues concerning our city, Kampala. This is Morning at NTV. Stephen Mbide of FS Chuga taking you back to the studio because Josephine Kalungi is there, and she's broadcasting from the comfort of her home using the latest technology, of course, and she'll be taking you on with the rest of the quieter programming here. Keep it here on NTV.